Today we will be learning about absolute value. These two lines right here is a symbol for absolute value, so please write that down on your paper. So what is absolute value? Absolute value is the distance a number is from 0 on a number line. So pause up the video and make sure you write down that definition. So down here, this first example says absolute value of 7. So if I put my finger on 7, remember absolute value means the distance it is from 0. I go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the absolute value of 7 is 7 because it is 7 spaces away from 0. Now our second one is -4. So here's -4. How far is it from 0? It is 1, 2, 3, 4 hops away. And it's not a -4 because we cannot do distance in negatives. So it's just +4. It's 4 hops away from 0. Not a -4 hops. That's what number it is. So -12 would be over here. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hops away from 0. So that the absolute value of a -12 is +12. +10, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hops away from 0. So the absolute value of 10 is 10. Now on the bottom here, this one looks a little bit different. It's got a negative on the outside. So the first thing I have to look at is it says absolute value of 3. Remember, absolute is how far it is from 0. 3 is 1, 2, 3 hops away from 0, but it wants negative of that answer. So I have to put a negative in front. So this one is -3. My next one says negative absolute value of -8. So the first thing I have to look at is what's the absolute value of -8? How far is -8 from 0? And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hops away, but it wants -8 because the negative's on the outside. This one says the absolute value of -16. So how far would -16 be from 0? And that would be 16. Plus the absolute value of 6. And how far is 6 from 0? It's 6 spaces. So 6 plus 6 is 22. Now this next one says negative absolute value of 15 minus 8. So I have to do what's in the absolute first. 15 minus 8, which is 7. So absolute value of 7, but a negative. And absolute value of 7, how far is 7 from 0? And it's 7 hops away, but it wants a negative, so it's a -7. So what did you notice? When the negative sign is inside of the absolute value, the answer is, let's look at these. This one was inside. This one was inside. And what kind of answer do we have here? You got it. Positive. Now the next question says, when the negative sign is outside of the absolute value, the answer is, so let's see, which ones have it outside? This one had it outside. This one has it outside. And this one has it outside. And look at each of those answers. The answer is, you guessed it again, you guys are so smart, it's a negative. So that's the difference. If the negative's on the inside, the answer's positive. If the negative's on the outside, your answer's going to be negative. So what I would like you to do is take a couple seconds, do these ones on your own, pause up the tape, and then you're going to check your answers with me. So for the first one, positive 2 is 2 away from 0. Negative 9 is 9. Oh, that's the wrong answer. Sorry about that one, guys. It is not negative 9, it's positive 9. It's 9 hops away because the negative's on the inside. This one, the absolute value of negative 19 is 19, minus the absolute value of negative 8 is 8. 19 minus 8 is 11. Now this one wants absolute value of 7 minus 6, which is 1, and it wants it a negative. So that means my answer is negative 1, because the negative's on the outside of the absolute sign. Absolute value of negative 14, oh, I really messed this one up, guys. Sorry about that. Is not 49. It's 14 plus the absolute value of 6 is 6. 14 plus 6 is 20, because I bet you my answer is probably wrong underneath, too. Absolute value of negative 20, since it's inside, it's positive 20, minus absolute value of 7. 7 is 7 away. 20 minus 7 is 13. Let's look at our last couple ones. This one says negative, parentheses, 10 minus 3. So remember, we do what's in parentheses first, which is 10 minus 3, which is 7. So negative 7, it's inside the absolute value. How far is negative 7 from 0? 7 hops away. And this last one, absolute value of negative 16. Negative 16 is 16 hops away, minus 8 plus 3, which is 11. And the absolute value of 11 is 11. So 16 minus 11 is 5. Hopefully you did a really good job on absolute value. And if you have any questions, write them down and talk to me about them tomorrow in class.